What's up? We're on day 6, and we're talking about email marketing today. I was looking at the wrong camera. That's kind of funny. Talking about email marketing. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of sending emails out. I hope that you watched that because I think that's, man, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have an email list, I don't know what's going on. Like, you got to have an email list, and you have to send to that list regularly. And the big question that I get from a lot of folks, big question about email lists is, how often do I send emails? And I think that's a valid question, especially from an entrepreneurial lens. So let's break this down. If you are a solopreneur, if you are what I like to call, my buddy Jason Stapleton coined this term, if you are a entrepreneurial minimalist, meaning you try and keep your company as small as possible, I'm of the belief that you can send an email out as often as once a day, maybe twice a day if you're running a promotion. And I think you can do it in a way that doesn't make people angry. I think you can do it in a way that provides value and content and actually uplifts your folks. Uh, if you are a large corporation, right, then once a day is a lot for, like, say, a Nike or an Adidas. You could do that, and you should probably be sending emails at least 3 or 4 times a week. Um, I think that the muddy middle is where most people get messed up. Like, say you run a gym, but you have a certain amount of employees. Like, how often do you send it there? And the default for most folks is we'll just do a newsletter once a week. Now, if you if you saw my video yesterday, you know my feelings on newsletters. Never use a template with the newsletters. They turn out ugly. They are awful. No one wants to read a multi-paged thesis on your business. They want to read an email, a fun, vibrant email from their friend, and that's what email marketing really should be, for the most part, especially if you're trying to build an audience, especially if you're trying to grow things. And so, which I assume if you're watching this, that's what you want, right? We're talking about making writing your living, or at least supporting your living. We're using writing as this. We're using writing as a way to move forward, right? It's kind of the foundation of everything. And so, if you are not wanting to grow, then don't send an email every day. Now, it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to send these like massive emails. In fact, most of the entrepreneurs I know who send emails out on a daily basis write it in the morning, give it a break, like we'll go work out or something, come back, edit it, and then send it off. It doesn't have to be long, like maybe 200 or 300 words. Like, that's nothing. It's something you could probably write in your sleep, and it's something that's important to you in the moment. I think that's something that is that moment idea is overlooked, right? We oftentimes are like, oh, I gotta have a year plan. I gotta do all this stuff, and I need to have it all planned out for a month or a year or 90 days. Maybe, but I think authenticity matters. And if you write out everything that you're going to publish on one day, or you film all your content on one day, you lose the beauty of the moment, right? That's why I think, like, these daily videos for me are so important. They get me thinking about what's actually important to the people I interact with online and in person. And so, write every day, right? If you can, right? And if you're like, man, I don't know, Keon, I get bothered by companies that send me emails every day. I'll unsubscribe. I would unsubscribe to that. Yes. Oh, hey, thumbs up. That's fun. I got to turn those off. That's great. Yes, you might be bothered by emails that you get every day, but here's my preposition or proposition to you. You only get bothered by the emails that you don't want to get every day. If you get emails from your lover every day or from a friend every day, that's something you do want to hear from, right? If it's a company that you enjoy getting emails from, if it's entertaining, if it's educational, if it helps move you forward, those are emails you look for, that you want, right? Those are emails you actually read. Like, there are maybe 2 or 3 email lists that I'll read daily. One of them is the Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday. Love that one. The other is Jason Stapleton's, the Entrepreneurial Minimalist newsletter. And then there are a few other tertiary ones that I'll read, maybe once or twice a week. And that's my friend Todd Bryson runs one. and his business partner, Tim Denning. I like those. But I read those because they're entertaining and they're pertinent to things that I talk about that impact me. So if you think once a day is too much, that's because you are not confident in the content that you are producing. You are not confident that your writing is good enough, or people will care enough about your writing. And so make it good, right? That's kind of rule number 2 is like send it as often as humanly possible, once a day probably being the most, and write really good stuff that's important to your people. I haven't talked about it yet, but there's this really cool idea of category design. And if you niche down and tighten up your audience well enough, that you become this king in their mind, this queen in their mind about the category, they're going to run to you for information, right? And so that's what you want to become to them. You want to become the source of helpful information. And then when it comes time to sell something, say you're running a promotion, after spending so much time with them, after giving this so much value to them, then they're going to be like, you know what? I really trust this guy. I want to engage with him, not because he's created these hacks, not because of anything else other than he's developed the relationship. Because fundamentally, when it comes down to sales, we want to buy from people we know, we like, and we trust. And the fastest way to develop know, like, and trust is by spending time with people. You cannot subvert quantity time with quality time. What I mean by that is saying, hey, I'm going to send only quality emails. That's good. You want to send good stuff. But if you only send one quality email every month, I'm going to beat you if I send a really, really good email every single day, right? Quantity time matters because you never know which email they're going to open. You never know which email is going to be the important thing to them. I mentioned this yesterday, like when you write an email, don't start with like, dear subscribers. Don't refer to what you're doing as a newsletter. I think that's a huge mistake people make. When I write my emails, I call them my love letters to the writing community. My love letters. This is my passion. This is something I am obsessed about, is helping you become a better writer. It's not just because like, oh, I think I can make money off of writing. Like, no, like I don't make a ton off this writing thing. I firmly believe that if I can help you write better, then you're going to create a bigger impact in your community. You're going to create a bigger impact for your clients. And that's how we move things forward, especially with all the AI garbage that's going on that people are just putting out as like, oh, you can write a book in 30 seconds with our AI. It's like, of course you can, but it's going to be trash. No one's going to actually want to read it. I digress. So send your emails daily. Send important, good content that they actually want to read. I cannot iterate that enough. And then address them like a human being. Talk to your friend, talk to your subscribers, talk to the people who have trusted you with their email as if they are your friends, right? Not as if they are someone who is going to eventually buy from you. That is not the way you want to talk to them. And that's pretty much it. Because the beautiful thing is, if you can send these emails out daily or even every other day, you're gonna get more feedback, right? And that's something that a lot of email companies don't do, is they want you to click on the link to go take an action. That's fine. I think having a call to action, or as I like to call them, call to adventures, you need to have those in your writing and in your email specifically. But sometimes that call to action should just be like, hey, reply to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. I'm interested in getting to know you better. Not only does that build trust with your reader, it actually builds trust with the email servers, so that your emails will more likely end up in the primary inbox as opposed to the promotions or the other tabs that are less desirable. So that's a simple hack you can do. In fact, if you can do that in the first 1 or 2 emails, like you add a PS and say, hey, I can't go to bed tonight. This is a trick I got from a guy, Ian Staley. Ian Staley, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's a copywriter out of, I think, Australia. But he says, add this PS at the end of your email. Say, hey, I can't go to sleep tonight until I know that you've gotten this email. Would you just hit reply and let me know you got this? That tells Gmail, that tells Yahoo, whoever they're using, that this is an important email, that they want to interact with it. It's not just another broadcast. Your goal is to differentiate yourself. You're not just another newsletter. You're something different and important. That's what I'm trying to get you to do when you write these newsletters, is not just be a part of the grind in the mill. Like, everyone writes a newsletter, but what you were writing, you were giving them hope. You were giving them something to believe in again, that maybe change is possible. Maybe I can actually, in my case, maybe I'm convincing you that you can grow your business through your writing. Maybe I'm going to convince you that, hey, you actually can write a book that people are going to buy, and you're going to change some damn lives. That's what I want you to believe. That's what my hope is for you. Again, this is my obsession. This is my passion. I think writing is the most important thing that you can do. Do that for your clients. Show them that passion through your writing. Get them to take part of that, and grasp the hand that you are extending to them, and get them to believe that their life doesn't have to be stuck anymore, that you can provide a solution. I don't think we're done with email marketing. We may take a break and talk about something else tomorrow. If you have topics that are important to you, let me know in the comments. I would love to discuss something. Again, if it's iambic pentameter, the series comma, if it's what's the best newsletter software, I don't care. Let me know what is interesting to you, and I would love to talk about it. But enough for now. Go write something.